Hola, hola amigos. ¿Qué tal? Buenas, feliz. Hoy es otra mañana, another morning. Buenas. Feliz fin de semana. Happy weekend. Fin de semana, weekend, right? You know I do videos like this every fin de semana, every weekend, and that's why I'm doing this video today, amigos. Para ustedes, amigos. So yeah, amigos, let's get into it. Right, I got my lista para esta semana for this week. And yeah, let's get it, amigos. For the ones who don't know me, mi nombre es Daniel Herrera. I'm Daniel Herrera, and I teach Spanish, daily Spanish, right? Nuevas palabras todos los días, new words every day. I used to do it more often before, but now it's become more of a weekly thing. So, like I said, cada fin de semana, I will be here. I will be here to teach you palabras nuevas. 7 palabras nuevas cada semana. 7 new weeks. 7 new words. Palabras. 7 new words cada semana, right? And I got my list right here. So we're going to do this real quick, okay? So el lunes, and I want to show you the spelling right there. Lunes, you see it? Lunes. We got vivir, amigos. Vivir. What does vivir, like this? Vivir means. Vivir, amigos, means is the verb to live, right? Vivir. So, ejemplo, I can be like, voy a vivir muchos años, right? If I say voy a vivir muchos años, what am I saying, amigos? Voy a vivir. Now you know that vivir means to live, right? Now that's the infinitive, right? Vivir in the infinitive. But I see a lot of people making this mistake, amigos. Sometimes you're using vivir in the infinitive form, and sometimes you use it with the nouns or the pronouns like yo. When you use it with the pronoun yo, you don't need the infinitive. You need the right conjugation, which is yo vivo, I live. Not vivir, not the infinitive, right? The infinitive you use when there is a verb that's behind it also. So you can't really combine 2 verbs, right? So you need to either decide, okay, this is a pronoun. I'm using a pronoun. I'm talking about myself, maybe my friends, somebody else. So I need the right conjugation. But if you're saying like something along the lines of yo quiero, si quiero is a verb already, right? So you can really use yo quiero vivo, right? No, because vivo would be used with the pronoun, right? With the pronoun. But because you're saying here yo quiero, that's a verb. So then the next word should be if the next word that is gonna if the next word is gonna be a verb, it needs to be in its infinitive form as well. So yo quiero vivir. See, you can't really say yo quiero vivo, right? Because that would be if you're saying yo vivo muchos años, right? I live for many years. Yo vivo muchos años. But yo quiero, my example was yo quiero vivir muchos años. I want to live many years. So there you go. So that's how I would explain that, right? So now you know vivir means to live, amigos, to live. So let's Let's move on to the next one. Martes, lunes, vivir, to live. Martes, do you see it right there? Right there. Déjame, déjame, dejar. Déjame comes from the verb dejar, to let or leave me alone. Déjame sola, right? Leave me alone, dejar. To let me or to leave me, in that sense, right? So if I say, so déjame, let me or leave me, déjame, right? So déjame, example, right? I'm giving you an example now. Déjame tranquilo, right? Déjame tranquilo. It's like you're saying, literally that would translate to let me be tranquil, right? Or let me be at peace, tranquilo, right? But a better translation, if I was to find the equivalent in English, is leave me alone, right? In Spanish, we don't say leave me alone. We say déjame tranquilo if you're a guy, or if you're a female, you say déjame tranquila with the A at the end. We've talked about this, right? If the gender distinction, right? So déjame. Now you know how to use it. Déjame. But the verb is dejar. Dejar, to leave or to let, right? Depending on the context. Dejar. Deja eso, like let it be. Deja eso, right? That's a bonus example for you. So, siguiente, amigos. Siguiente, we got miércoles, right? You see it? Déjame was the one before. Next one is no sé. Oh, no. No sé, no. Lo sé. You see it? So what does lo sé? So no sé, you know that no sé means I don't know. But if you say lo sé, you're saying I know it. Right? The lo, you're talking about the object pronoun, right? The object of the thing that you know, right? So you can just say, if you know something, you say, oh, I know it, or I know this, right? In Spanish, we don't say I know it or I know this. Instead, we say, oh, lo sé, I know it, right? Lo sé. Whatever you know, you are replacing that with the lo in Spanish. Lo sé. That's what you put the lo. Lo sé. So an example I could give you, what could an example be? I encourage you, amigos, to also think of your own examples, right? Think of your own examples as well. So let's pretend that your mom asks you a question, right? And she's like, who knows what the capital of Peru is, right? And you are like, oh, I know it. So you will say, lo sé, right? So there you go. That's my example for you. Let's keep on moving and let's go to jueves. It's rainy, amigos. I need to find a better spot to take shelter from the rain, you know, but I don't know where. Maybe that way. Okay, let's el destino, jueves. Do you see it right there, amigos? El destino. Destiny, right? Destino. We don't say destino, we say we don't say destiny, we say el destino, right? And my arm is getting tired too, so let me switch arms so I don't get tired. Okay. So el destino, right? El destino, destiny, right? So let me think of, you see the spelling, right? Destino. So let me come up with an example, amigos. So el destino es un misterio, right? What am I saying, amigos? If I say el destino es un misterio, I'm saying destiny is a mystery, amigos. That's what I'm saying. El destino es un misterio. Destiny is a mystery, right? El destino es un misterio. So that's my example, because it's true. I believe that destiny is a mystery, right? I do believe that. We don't know it. I mean, we think we do, but we hope it's the best, right? But we don't. It's the best. It's the best outcome, right? But we don't know for sure, right? So es un misterio. It's a mystery. So that's an easy one, right? So let's do viernes, Friday. Viernes is how we say Friday, right? Viernes. So viernes, we have this word, incondicional. Do you see it, amigos? Incondicional. Incondicional. So unconditional, right? Unconditional. In Spanish, we don't say incondicional. Oh, the opposite. In Spanish, we don't say unconditional. We say incondicional, right? Like unconditional love would be amor incondicional, right? Amor incondicional. So let's come up with an example for that one. That was our viernes palabra, right? Our Friday word. So incondicional. El amor de una madre es incondicional, right? That's what I'm saying. El amor de una madre es incondicional. The love of a mother is unconditional. That's what I'm saying, amigos. El amor de una madre. And again, this is another statement that I actually truly believe, right? Because it's true, right? We can all agree that our moms have unconditional love for us, right? So el amor de una madre es incondicional. In Spanish, it's not unconditional, it's incondicional, right? And again, this is the spelling right there if you want to look at it, even though it may not be very clear. So anyways, amigos, I'm sure you get it. Let's move on to el sábado. Sábado, amigos. El sábado es discutir. Discutir. Again, right there is the sábado. S is for sábado, Saturday. So discutir. What does discutir mean, amigos? Discutir means discuss, right? In Spanish, we say discuss to mean the same thing. To mean the same thing that you use this verb for in English, right? To discuss, discutir, right? So vamos a discutir un tema, amigos. Vamos a discutir un tema muy interesante. Like friends, we're going to discuss a very important topic, right? Amigos, vamos a discutir un tema muy interesante. Friends, we're gonna discuss a very interesting topic, right? So that would be my example for these words, right? Discutir, to discuss. Vamos a discutir. Another example could be, me gusta discutir temas interesantes. I like to discuss interesting topics. Me gusta discutir temas interesantes. I like to discuss interesting topics. There you go, amigos. So that was el sábado. And now we move on to the last one. The last one, amigos, is, do you see it? Can you read it? Porque. Porque. Now, porque is a question, right? You know this. I'm sure you've heard this before. Porque is why. Why? Porque. When you're using the right context, porque is why, but porque is also because, right? So in English there is there is different words for each, right? Why and because. But in Spanish we have the same one for why, for those two, right? Why and because. So, porque hace frío, tengo que usar mi chaqueta, right? I'm saying because it's cold, I have to wear my jacket, right? Porque hace frío, tengo que usar mi chaqueta. Because it's cold, I have to wear my jacket. But now, as a question, I can be like, ¿por qué llueve en otoño? Right? That's a question, right? I'm actually asking myself this today. ¿Por qué llueve en otoño? What am I saying, amigos? ¿Por qué llueve en otoño? Why does it rain in autumn? ¿Por qué llueve en otoño? Right, that's the question. There you go, amigos. So I'm sure you get it. We've done all these words today. See, vivir, to live. Déjame, let me. El miércoles, lo sé, I know it, lo sé. El jueves, el destino, destiny. El destino. El viernes, incondicional, unconditional. El sábado, discutir, Saturday, to discuss, discutir. El domingo, ¿por qué? Why, ¿por qué? As a question. Y because, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Blah, 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 right? Because, blah, blah, blah. So there you go, amigos. Hope you like this video, amigos. Don't forget to follow me for, more Spanish content every fin de semana, every weekend. Oh man, it started to come down hard now. But I will see you next time. Okay, amigos? Nos vemos. Hasta luego.